Plex Human Capital Management is purpose-built for manufacturers to hire and manage employees, comply with industry regulatory needs, and build an ecosystem for an efficient and well-trained workforce. Let's take a look at the Plex Human Capital Management system. Joe is a machinist at Edge Enterprises. From this employee menu, we can view everything about Joe as an employee, such as required skill sets and when he is available. This list only reflects the specific work centers where Joe has already been approved to work on the shop floor. When Joe comes to work, he will first clock in to start his day using the built-in time and attendance system that supports biometric and card swipe options. Now that Joe is clocked in to work his shift, he can begin tracking his time against production orders. To do so, Joe clocks into the control panel and begins recording activities against a job. Plex enables the capturing of activity and time spent by named user at the manufacturing moment in real time. One of the many benefits of working at Edge Enterprises is time off. Once Joe meets his probationary period, he can request time off from work. Using the time off tracking in Plex, Joe has visibility into his total personal time available and can also request time off. Here we see that Joe has requested a day off work, and he can check the status of his request and change or cancel if he so desires. As part of Joe's job, he needs to be trained on OSHA safety standards. He requests an approval to take the training. At this stage, Joe can specify the cost associated with the training and expedite the approval process by reducing unnecessary or duplicate communication. Using the Employee Self-Service portal, Joe can even make quick suggestions on how Edge Enterprises' shop floor can be improved. Edge Enterprise has set up a workflow for handling such suggestions and provides timely feedback to the employee, ensuring that good suggestions are incorporated into their day-to-day work environment. Since Joe has logged time and created requests in Plex, his supervisor needs to log in and take action on Joe's activity. As part of his daily cadence, his supervisor goes to the time clock approval screen, looks for pending time clock activities, and approves them. Plex uses the information from each manufacturing activity to accurately compute the cost of production. Joe's supervisor also gets notified for requested time off via email. By selecting the link within the email, he can quickly view the request in Plex. We can see a pending request from Joe, which the supervisor can then choose to approve, with or without updating the number of hours requested. Upon approval, Plex informs the requester of the status of the request and includes the time off with the total time taken. This information is then included in the payroll file, which is created and sent to one of the dozens of payroll preparing systems that integrates with Plex. Finally, the supervisor can look at Joe's job position requirements and confirm that OSHA safety training is indeed a required skill for his role. Upon confirmation, he can approve Joe's request for attending this key safety training. Plex Human Capital Management is truly an end-to-end system for hiring, managing, and nurturing employees, all to optimize a company's greatest assets, its employees. To learn more or see a more detailed demonstration, please contact Plex at 855-534-8012 or online at plex.com/contact.